In the ancient Vedic religion that started the Hindu religion, there was a group of sages that claimed they were the divine chosen, that were created by gods, and that these gods created other gods, and then they had humans worship them. They started the caste system, and the Hindus were from the Vedas. There were a lot of other religions, such as the Sumerians with Namu, the water, and Anu, the air god. You know, these countries would, these civilizations would say, oh, the air is the god and the water is the god, and then they had Enlil and Enki from the Sumerians. But there was just so many deities, but this is not the one true God. The one true God is known as Yahweh, and also known as El. And the Sumerians worshipped several beings, but they didn't know the one true God. Yahweh is the one true God. It was the Israelites who finally came to the truth. The Egyptian gods also worshipped several deities, with Neith and Nun and Heh being their top creators, and then Khnum, Atum, Ra, Amun, and Ptah. It wasn't revealed to them, though, until the Jews came through and conquered Egypt. When Yahweh entered Egypt and shut down the sun, plunging Egypt into darkness, Ra, the sun god, remained absolutely quiet. Why? Because Ra was Yahweh, the one true God, baby. And that's just how it goes. The one true God did help guide Egypt, and he presented himself as Ra, perhaps even as Heh, as you know, Yahweh. Heh. But Israel, El is Rael. You know how we do that, is the name. The Zoroastrian gods, the Mesopotamian gods, Sumerian gods, and all the Egyptian gods were wiped out after the 6-Day War, and Yahweh was proclaimed as the one true God, baby, also known as El. You know how we do, taking over the game. After the 6-Day War, the Babylonian gods were all defeated as well, the Sumerian, the Mesopotamian, the Egyptian, and that was that, and the one true God now remains, as he always has, the true creator that stemmed from the chaos of the galaxies, the creator from within the universe first spawned, the one true entity, one true God who's taken form of many different deities. He has created many, but his name is El, also known as Yahweh. And we, the Israelites, first came in contact via God choosing a prophet known as Abraham and then Moses. But both of these prophets didn't think they were the sole son of God. They believed in the true one God. They didn't say, oh, I'm the son of God and God created other gods, now worship me. No. They believed in the one true God. We're all children of God. The prophets and founders of all these other religions believed that they themselves were gods, or they just said that to lie to others, to force them to worship them. The believers of Judaism believed in one true God, baby. That's why Judaism's the best. You know how we do. It's quite possible that when people were talking about Yahweh sometimes, because his name is sacred, you know, they would say other things, Adonai, Hashem, that they would possibly say El. And El is just another word for Yahweh. It's a sacred word. The Omrides were the first big kingdom in Israel, other than King David and King Solomon. And King Omri's son, Ahab, his wife, Jezebel, introduced the worship of Baal. And Baal was another god introduced, right, other than Yahweh. For a while they were worshiping him until the prophet Elijah went up to the king, Ahab, and he proposed a challenge. And he proved to the Baal worshippers that their god was false. They, on the top of a mountain, said Baal's name many times and tried to get their sacrifice altar to light on fire, and it didn't work, and Elijah commanded Yahweh to, and boom, fire fell through the heavens, and Yahweh was shown to be the one true, most powerful, supreme God of all. Yes, there's other under gods, but Yahweh's the top, the best. The first known gods on this planet were aliens, other than man-made ones, until we came to know Yahweh. But the Egyptian god Ra was defeated by Yahweh when Yahweh cast the plague upon Egypt. And after that, King David was known to say, Yahweh Ra'ah, which means the Lord is my shepherd. Yahweh Ra'ah. So, after conquering Ra, the sun god of Egypt, and after the 6-Day War, the Egypt gods submit to Yahweh. Yahweh is the ruler of all, also known as Allah, El, and he's here to stay, he's here to take over. The Egyptian gods were most likely aliens, or Anunnaki, and it wasn't until Yahweh made his name known and took over that we came to know the one. The problem with these early religions was idolatry. They ended up worshiping these alien entities, and it wasn't until we discovered Yahweh that the one true God made himself known, because he was tired of people worshiping the wrong gods. And some people were also creating fake gods. There was a one true God named Yahweh, and he created everything. He created the galaxies, he created the planets, he made it himself, and created the universe as we know it. And he also has created other life forms, other aliens. He controls them. Humanity has worshipped these aliens before in the past, and you can see from these other religions, they were these creature-like gods, but those were not gods, those were aliens. Yahweh is the one true God. He's here to stay, and he rules the world right now, forever. In the ancient Vedic religion that started the Hindu religion, there was a group of sages that claimed they were the divine chosen, that were created by gods, and that these gods created other gods, and then they had humans worship them. They started the caste system, and the Hindus were from the Vedas. There were a lot of other religions, such as the Sumerians with Namu, the water, and Anu, the air god. These countries would these civilizations would say, oh, the air is the god and the water is the god, and then they had Enlil and Enki from the Sumerians. But there was just so many deities, but this is not the one true God. The one true God is known as Yahweh, and also known as El. And the Sumerians worshipped several beings, but they didn't know the one true God. Yahweh is the one true God. It was the Israelites who finally came to the truth.